Man. One was. Okay, we're live. We're live. Okay, so sorry about that. Yeah, I'm like what, 12 minutes late.
Just right in here.
Okay, so something happened where
Oh, she ran off.
I ate some rice, some African food. That's
No, y'all gotta
and
leave.
like
We didn't even hear footsteps.
Hey, put
and
this in
like
my
my
car.
asthma started acting up, so I had to take some medicine.
Just right in here.
Bro, why these it? Why are y'all really cutting your lawn in like what, 8:13? Mm.
Soul sacrifice.
Like I said, forgive me for being late. Wait a minute.
If I could only quench this thirst, even just once. But my pages would get...
Right arm. I'm weak right now. Dark armor, baby. So I'm. Wait a minute. Let me check. Did just have my chat disconnected? So I'm gonna give it like what? Wait like what, 2 minutes? And then we can get into the story.
Ladies and gents.
Nope, I'm on my phone. Now this music is epic. Mm-hmm. Sure. I need to turn the script. Okay, I'm muting my phone. Well, Sha la la la. Guess we're just gonna have to get into the story right now. Avalon for life! Okay. The Wicked Sorcerer. Doop, doop, doop. Let's go.
We hid in the shadows, observing. We spotted our target.
A pretty impressive beast, eh?
Some people wield sorcery to satiate their lust for wealth. Blindly melding with random gold trinkets to grotesque ends. Countless people have suffered this fate, transforming into monsters. We faced one such creature then. Similar ones scattered the land. They are sometimes called slum slime.
We're in the money today!
Karnatux cracked a conniving smile and set after the monster.
Let's read its lore. Slime, the typical form of humans, fallen to avarice. To fulfill a wish, one must make an appropriate offering. Even the most impoverished have one thing to offer: their bodies. Let us imagine a man seeking to satisfy his greed for gold. What? His flesh melts, leaving bones in a... that's disgusting. In a slimy soup. A clarified soup of body parts with organs floating atop the viscous compound. The fulfillment of wish begins as his vitals turn all to gold and jewels, but human greed knows no bounds. The bounty of one's own body. Look up on this. No matter how great it may be, human desire knows no bounds. These hideous amalgams will consume any small monsters in reach. Fire is his weakness. That's what you're telling me? It's no easy task to draw close to the writing mass of greed, molten fish as a slime. Those who dare attempt it ought first destroy the parts that severe to support its mass, then strike. That's a short lore. Soon becomes insufficient. The bounty of one's own body soon becomes insufficient. To further sate his craving, he attempts to envelop the bodies of passerbys. It is said that different people become slimes for different reasons. Many slimes are said to be born of wanton lust or gluttony. Dear reader, beware the strength of your desire. Do I have any? That's all magic I have right now. I shall. Let's go. Karnatuk's right arm has become sheeted in gold, a consequence of his irascible greed, surely.
They say money isn't everything. Well, they're wrong.
Yeah, we're weak right now. Where's the weak?
We can slay the beast. I bet there'll be money in it.
Give me a curse mark. Break, you punk! Bro, get out the way, man! I can't break this guy's crap!
I can feel it in my bones. I don't mind paying to have crazes like this fixed up.
Why's it taking me so long just to break his... I can't break his curse mark? So if you guys are wondering why my attack looks like that, it's because there's an environmental effect that
That reward's almost in the bag.
that basically amplifies my fire magic. didn't get to break it! They even give me a chance to sacrifice this sucker. I did get his offering. Release sigil. Page search.
This one was drowning in debt.
Karnatux knew our target. He knew this avarice slime when he was still human, and how he devolved to this state.
Sad.
He couldn't bear to see his wife and children in poverty. He loved his family and thought that money would bring them happiness. But his love soon transformed into unbridled greed. Karnatux reflected plaintively.
It is the curse of wealth. Greed could drive a man mad. The world can do without more greedy wretches like me.
He did what he had to do, but not what I expected.
The Wicked Sorcerer, Chapter 4.
Karnatux told me that we had one more job to do.
Deliver the contractor the news.
Now I realized we were hired guns. I had no choice but to follow.
The poorer areas produce more than their fair share of monsters.
It was an old story. A person facing difficult circumstances was easily seduced by material greed.
The poorer areas produce more than their fair share of monsters. I guess this kind of... well, that speaks of what happens in reality.
Aye. If we were all rich, there would be no monsters.
This was not the sort of thing I expected to hear from him. I was now very curious. Just what kind of a place were we destined for?
If everyone in this world were rich, there would be no monsters. That was his creed. I must admit I'm curious to learn more of his thoughts. A fellow sorcerer, though faded, there was the scent of another magic different from the monsters. It was a smell only one of my own would know. A dying sorcerer.
They say money isn't everything. Well, they're wrong.
What? Ashala?
Someone. Please.
I don't know you. Save, revive an ally. Use some health to revive a fallen ally. Sacrifice, cast a sacrifice spell. Sacrifice an ally unleashes a powerful magic.
I'm so weak.
Get up. Get up, girl!
I'll lend you the money. Ask nicely.
Are you gonna do it?
Will killing monsters like that earn you much money?
You're powerful indeed.
You're powerful indeed. I forgot about this. Where'd he at though? There's that coward. Why would he use that magic, girl? Where are the... The hurry up take these guys out, man. I missed. Thank you very much. Stay down, punk.
So you're beaten and poor. Life's tough.
Why are you using your magic on me, buddy?
That's it, my friend.
Hey, hold up, girl.
Earn your keep.
Goodbye. Who was nearly killed by monsters. I wish to lend my power. Divine? Oh heck no.
We came upon it, a town of ruin, not shown on any map. A family greeted Karnataks. A child and its mother. The child held a fruit that I had become recently familiar with. The fruit that Karnataks tricked me into eating when we first met. He patted the child on the head as he spoke.
Don't worry. Your father'll be back before long.
This family was our contractor. The family of the man who had become the avaricious slime. Karnataks saved him because his family had requested it. And when he did, the father could come home. Karnataks gave the family our entire stash of valuables. All the gold and trinkets that we had pirated.
This is repayment for the fruit. This man ate it.
Helping the poor. It was preventative, so that perhaps the next monster would never be. One man's way of ridding the world of monsters.
That's beautiful.
I'm sure he is still out there, digging for gold.
If we were all rich, there would be no monsters.
And he is absolutely right.
And you have to love this game, man. I mean, this game kind of can teach you so much things about life. You know, that's one hell of a game. I sound like Mayweather.
There's been a change with the merchant Karnataks. Some odd jobs are available now.
Buzz. Oh, my lip! Oh, no.
You're welcome to any clothes that catch your fancy here. Not for free, of course. You'll have to trade.
Partner. Liberator. Stranger. Yeah, but I'm not ready
What?
for...
Not interested? Then back to the gutter with you. Hey, you! Hey, oh, did I forget to mention? We charge an admission fee here. Well, if you can't pay with money, I'll take the sweat off your brow instead.
Gargoyle. What's the gargoyle's weakness again? A man was once born into an illustrious house. From a tender age, he became known for his handsome looks. He also displayed keen intelligence and great skill at arms. Great things were expected of him. They said he would surely become a man of renown, a great name in history. But soon enough, these expectations became source of misery to him. Especially upsetting was the scrutiny that surrounded his love life. He felt that his every move was watched and dissected. Simply talking to a lady would set rumors abuzz. Looking at them together, look at them together. Is he courting her? This caused problems not only for him, but also for his lady friends. To put an end to the rumor and speculation, he cut himself off from female company, but still they wouldn't leave him be. Talk of marriage reached him almost every day. He was soon sickened by the transparent politicking and scheming of the matches offered. His continual declining of marriage offers only served to further fuel the rumor mill. Maybe you can't perform, they snickered. Even wilder gossip abounded that he preferred the company of men. Even wildered gossip abounded that he preferred the company of men. Soon he had reached his wit's end. Let me love whom I wish. When and whom I decide to marry is no business of theirs. I never asked for all this attention. They have no right to decide my future. I just want to live in peace. Just as the mental pressure had peaked, a soft voice rang out, and he saw before him a curious chalice. I shall grant your wish for a price. Be lingered to his very soul, the man replied. I'll pay any price, grant my wish. When he awoke, he found himself transformed. He had become a stone, lying on the roadside. For a moment he panicked. What is the meaning of this? However, as people passed by, he soon realized that his wish had been granted. A stone on the roadside. Not a soul paid any attention to the man who had become a stone. Not a soul approached him. Contented days passed in lukewarm detachment. Hold up, let me see this. What's made stone a man's brittle flesh is susceptible to penetrating roots of plants and to the poison they secrete. Okay, poison is weakness. The man who became a stone was happy. Time passed without incident, but one particular day a girl walked along the road. Seeing the stone that was once a man, she walked slowly over, straightened him so that he lay evenly. The man fell in love at first sight. He had never felt anything like it. The irony didn't escape him. Having become a stone in order to avoid people, he now wanted someone so badly that he felt his chest might burst. But the man was simply a stone, capable of neither movement nor speech. He pleaded in his anguish, please let me be with her right now. And at that moment he heard the voice again, I shall grant your wish for a price. The man screamed in a voice that wasn't a voice, grant my wish right now. The next moment he began again to change. First he grew into a torso, then arms and legs grew slowly back. Driven by his will, the man began to regain his former shape, but he was no longer the handsome youth he had been. The memory of his humanity was vague, leading to an imperfect recreation. The contour of his body? I have never seen these words. This word. Nasalable fold. The reach of his arms and the arch of his feet. Again and again he struggled to reshape himself, but the more he tried, the stranger his body would become. There was some semblance of his old self, yet he was completely different. He had become a monster, part human, part stone. In his crooked humiliation, he went to meet the girl, but she fled at the sight of his debasement. He was sullen. As a man, people had always expected greatness of him. There was always someone demanding something or exploiting him in some way. Now he was a monster. He felt the pain of rejection for the first time, and it was to be truly alone. From then on, he changed. He began to seek other people out. The man who had once begged everyone, "Leave me alone," realized. Beast's obsessive need for others grew to the point where he transformed those around it to stone. Suffering of its blows, you too may made of a statue. How spoiled he'd been. Foolishness was all it was. The man who had become a monster now resented himself as much as others. It said that even now, this rocky phantom lurks by roadsides, patiently waiting for passerbys to approach. That's sad. Burn, recover. Skip, good, recover. Heat search. Burn, recover. Ah! What should I bring? The entrance fee they charged was just a swindle. I can't help thinking it was not the first time I've been cheated, fool that I am. Get the goods, I was told. At that place, they deal dirty. Filching hard-won battle rewards with those exorbitant prices.
They say money isn't everything. Well, they're wrong. I bet there'll be money in it. Can't sell it. I don't want it. Keep it up. Find things we can sell. Opportunity!
What is?
Money to be made here. I can feel it in my bones. That reward's almost in the bag.
Oh my god!
That's nicely.
Didn't have enough time to dodge. Yo.
I don't mind paying to have grazes like this fixed up. So you're beaten and poor. Life's tough. Need to treat those wounds. I'll lend you the money. That's beastly. These wounds look like they'll cost a pretty penny to treat.
Come on!
That's it, my friend. You go on, earn your keep. It's up to you. What's going to... I can't die.
Get the frig away from us!
Keep it up. Find things we can...
Give me that.
Well done. Keep it up. I want to see this shop sparkle like a newly minted coin. Oh, I should mention now that I'll only clear your debt when the mood takes me.
Let's save this guy. Before I do this,
a lot of talk comes through here. A lot of rumours, in fact. Want me to tell you some? Steady on, I didn't mean for free. I'll take an offering in exchange. I'll have something even juicier for you next time. Just you wait. Why, hello there! I've got a great rumour for you. Let's not worry about where it came from. Tell you what, you can have this for free. Well, let me see what I can find for you.
oh yeah, it reminds.
Changed your mind?
What is this work anymore? Yeah.
I might not be able to use sorcery, but I'll pull my weight and more. You'll see. I'll show 'em all. I'll start by... Ah, now that I've thought about it seriously, I'm not so sure anymore.
What? You may not use this. What was Discovery Pact again? Let me look it up. Bro, what? They had to, like, Sony had to ruin so much things. Man, why? Okay, what is the Discovery Pact in Soul Sacrifice Delta? Discovery. I'll be right back. Give me a sec. Like, why, Sony?
When you see people who are all mouth and no trousers, don't you just want to curse them to high heaven? My mind's eye lets me see right through them. You'd better be careful. Unless you want an earful from me. Depending on the soul and life essences you've collected so far, I'll share some rumors with you. Don't be a stranger.
Thank you very much. Let's get started.
They say money isn't everything. Well?
Yeah, block that one.
You can steal a beast. I bet there'll be money in it.
How did I miss that?
Can't sell it. I don't want it. So you're beaten and poor. Life's tough.
Come on. Did you just describe my clouds?
So you're beaten and poor. Life's tough.
Wait, didn't I block that?
Opportunity.
Oh, so that's what he did. He jumped.
There's money to be made here. I can feel it in my bones.
was hell, baby! That's actually kind of sad, my guy. No! Let me get the arm. That's the wrong arm!
It's up to you. What's going to...
I can't die. I can't die. Not like this.
But it's kind of sad.
It's up to
When
you.
you find the monster,
What's
you can
going
hear
to
him
make
like...
us the most money?
I can't die.
He's
Not
speaking,
like
saying, please don't leave me alone. I'm sorry, Party Tux.
What's going to make us the most money?
You're welcome. Morph magic. Achievement form restored. With deep gratitude, deliver these words. I will repay you in kind. Nah, I'm not gonna do you guys right now. Should probably just finish this and get it over with. I mean, what's it? That's all, that's you? Hold up. Give me a second. Be right back. Wait a minute, where's my phone? Asking weird questions.
Hey, you! You haven't paid off your interest yet.
Why do you say so? The heck is it? Oh, there it is.
Didn't I tell you? It's 500% interest per day. Well, if you can't pay the interest, I'll just work you 5 times as hard instead.
Friggin' harpy! So give me this. Give me some more fire. They haven't given me any armor. Recover. Need search. Arm magic and more. Morphs? Is this morph? That's what it is. I'm not in the mood to be using like arm magic right now. Then you can't work in my shop. Carnatux issues an ultimatum. When did he start to think I wanted to work for him? I'm too far from the mic, man.
They say money isn't everything. Well, they're wrong.
Wait a minute! Isn't that supposed to counter that move?
So you're beaten and poor. Life's
Right,
tough.
she actually ate me.
Opportunity!
Use opportunity, I say beauty! Bro, take care of her, please. Shit gets creepy out here.
There's money to be made here. I can feel it in my bones. So you're beaten and poor. Life's tough.
I totally forgot about this. I'm coming. Watch out.
So you're beaten and poor. Life's tough.
Why, thank you. Thank you very much. In hell, I'd call your name. That was fun, Carnatux.
It's up to you. What's going to
Save me. Dying here would be so sad.
Sorry. I have to do it.
Dying here would be so sad.
Oh! Nice! Thank you very much, Carnatux. Those are customs. What?
All right, that'll do. You can consider yourself a temporary staff member now. You weren't applying for a job, you say? News to me. Ah, details, details. You're the perfect wage slave. You had better learn the ropes. All right, time.
Hold up, go. No. Where's the customs you were talking about? Okay, let's go do this real quick. I don't speak Spanish, buddy. I'm sorry.
All right, time to
I don't speak Spanish, buddy.
My dear little sister will be helping you today.
My dear little sister. Oh, her.
I am Karnatux's sister, Vidyara. You've a peculiar name.
Wage slave, wasn't it?
Wage slave, wasn't it? I don't remember Karnatux saying anything about paying you any wages, though.
This lady's funny. Wait, have you ever played Soul Sacrifice? Okay, so this game is a hidden gem. It's a PS Vita exclusive. I just really hope one of these days they just put it on console or something, because it definitely deserves it. This game is one of the best games out there that not many people know about, unfortunately. Don't get me wrong, it has like somewhat of a decent fan base, a good community. The bottom of the valley, okay, I'm gonna read this real quick. Elven Queen, the bottom of the valley had once lain barren and lifeless. Then a single seed floated down, and before long, a dandelion appeared. In time, the valley floor became a sea of dandelions. However, the dandelion seeds could not escape from the valley. Encircled by high cliffs, the seeds could not float free, but only fall again to the valley floor. Within these confines, only a certain number of dandelions could thrive. Within all living things is a desire to leave as many offsprings as possible, but the dandelions of the valley could not satisfy this need. One day, a woman lost her footing and fell from one of the cliffs into the valley. Now, a fall from such a great height would normally prove fatal, but the woman landed on a bed of dandelions and survived. Though she was covered in blood, she did not appear to be injured. When the woman came to her senses, she gazed around her in astonishment. She saw the impossibility of clawing her out. What? She saw the impossibility of clawing her way out. Oh. Walking the valley floor, she found naught but dead ends. She was trapped. The relief she had felt upon realization of her survival quickly turned to anxiety. Yet it was perhaps for the best. Even if she managed to climb out of the valley, her life was still as good as over. The woman thought about all she had been through for as long as she could remember. She had wanted children, but her hopes had gone unanswered, and the years had gone by without her becoming a mother. Upon seeing a woman with children, she seethed with envy. Unable to control her emotions, she had resorted to measures somewhat drastic to fulfill her desire. The fate that had now befallen her must be divine justice. The woman grew more frail. If she would ever be reborn, she'd hope she would have children in her next life. The woman prayed as her eyes closed. No sooner had her eyes shut than she heard a curious sound. She was not imagining it. She could hear it clearly. When she opened her eyes, she saw a mysterious chalice floating in the air. It told her she could have her heart's desire. She was willing to pay the price. As her world grew dim, the woman made her wish. A dandelion seed fell on the woman. In no time, it began to grow. The flower's roots spread beneath the woman's skin, and it drew nutrients from her blood as it blossomed. The color and the shape of the dandelion that grew from the woman's body was different from any flower that had been before. In finding each other, both woman and dandelion were changed. An impossibility confines of that barren valley occurred. Life had taken on a completely new form. Woman and the dandelion had merged. Though they came from entirely different species, they shared some desire to reproduce. Flowers flourished all over the woman's body, eventually covering her in soft down of dandelion seeds. These seeds separated from their stems and grew white wings, which let them flutter in the air. Perhaps it had transpired from the instinctive desire within the seeds to fly beyond the confines of the valley. The seeds could fly about the valley on their own, but wanted to be close to the woman, and so nestled around her body. The woman felt a deep warmth. White wings. Countless sorcerers have been butchered before even so much as drawing near her aerial perch. Huh? Sorcerers have been butchered before even so as drawing near her aerial perch. Deep warmth deep within her. She realized that these were her children now. She had finally become a mother. She called her children elves. The woman and these elves made the valley their home, a kind kingdom for dandelions. A kind of kingdom for the dandelions. The woman finally knew true happiness. She had all she desired and began to forget the life she had once led outside the valley. Then one day, one of the elves attempted to scale the cliff face and escape the valley. The woman, now calling herself the Elven Queen, scolded her child, saying that none were permitted to leave. The woman knew that if her children began to leave the valley, she would awake from her beautiful dream. She dreaded to think that what might become of her. But elves' curiosity remained strong, though the queen told them time and again not to stray from her sight. Then, unknown to this mother, one elf finally managed to climb out of the valley, and others soon followed to his wake. The queen was beside herself. Some of the elves that had left the valley had not returned. She was terrified that something had happened to her children. She could not rest until she knew they were safe. But she was aware that leaving the valley was dangerous. She could not tell what would happen if she ventured back into the outside world. Conflicting emotions raged within the woman. In the end, her maternal instinct won out, and she decided that she must leave the valley. She gathered all of her children and carried them on her back, forming a giant pair of wings. She flew out the valley. As she flew through the air, she saw the familiar sight of the city where she had been born and raised. She had forgotten, or rather she had tried to forget, but now the memories rushed back to her. She remembered how she had been pursued, how she had been trapped, and then how she had lost her footing and fallen into the valley. Everyone must have thought that she had died. No doubt they had all been glad to see back of her, for she had been a notorious kidnapper. Now the woman returned. No doubt they had all been glad. No one must have thought that she had died. No doubt they had all been glad to see the back of her, for she had been. Do not let her royal station fool you. When her emotions bubble to the surface, all decorum is lost and her twisted, hideous nature is laid bare. Her very blood called, though there was no denying it. There was something special about human children. She still longed for one, deep down. This dark desire overwhelmed her, and she began to search for children once again. In the old days, she considered this as natural as breathing. She had always been alert, always looking. She felt a tug of desire whenever she saw a child, if only he or she was her own. And then, if she judged them worthy, she would take the child and treat it as her own. How many times had she done this? It had been the 13th attempt that ended in her fall. As she saw the child before her, she made up her mind she would take this child with her back to the valley, and then she would paint dandelions on its body. That way, a whole new type of elf would surely be born. This is how it began, and the elven queen continues to spirit children away to this day. Wow. First, I could not believe my ears. Carnatux has a sister? Then I could not believe my eyes. Nothing about them was alike, except the right arm. One more thing, you owe me a fee for the help. Such important information. I wish she'd mentioned it earlier. So she's another swindler, just like her brother.
I would gladly die for my brother.
What was that creepy ass laugh?
Nothing.
I'll take it.
I'll leave you small fright.
Why are you just standing there, girl?
Stop. It'll grind us into the dirt.
Why are you laughing? girl.
It's nearly time to wrap this. I can see it's time to attack.
Ah.
I'm afraid to die. Die. I'll leave the small fry to you. I'm afraid to die.
Rest in peace. Oh, nice.
Now that we've finished, I'll have my compensation for assisting you. What's that look for? It's only fair. Wouldn't you agree? Don't get any ideas just because Carnatux likes you. I'll be watching you to see what you're really like. I am Carnatux's right eye, after all.
Creepy ass music.
Hey, you! Fidiara will be helping you today.
So when can I expect to have my fee for the last time I helped you? It won't do to keep a lady waiting. I'm gonna bleed you dry, you know. I'll see to it that you never crawl out of the debt you've got yourself into. I can see it. That arm of yours will bring about a terrible calamity one day.
Centaur. There was once a man who was known as Born Weapon Master. It was widely accepted that he could not be rivaled in the military arts. From the day he was born, there had been little opportunity to exert any effort, and his wealth of talent explained why. When he came across a soldier engrossed in training, he would look on what a stare of contempt, for he believed that only fools suffered hardships of their own volition. In adulthood, he was chosen to serve as a local lord's bodyguard. Though he had mastered other weapons, it was the bow he favored. It allowed him to remain in one place that did not tire him. He was so used to winning that he wanted to make things easy. As anticipated, every arrow he loosed found its mark, and there were even times where he brought a battle to an end without taking a single step. However, just when tales of his amazing ability had begun to spread throughout the land, the man chose to throw it all away. He thought it foolish to work so earnestly with such an amazing talent as his. That would be very troublesome. Seeking out a new profession, he selected one that was complete opposite of his previous trade. So it was that he chose the life of a bandit, robbing passerby of their riches. This is all too easy, though, the man. It's all bandit's life for me. It's a bandit's life for me. Before long, the man was known far and wide for his actions. He even took a stronghold for himself and began attracting unsavory characters from across the land. When he was hungry, his henchmen brought him food, and moving his hands became a bother. They ended up feeding him like a helpless babe. He found nothing wrong in such idleness. Did he not have talent beyond all others, even in indolence? His skill with bow. Let's see this real quick. Click on it. Oh my god. The arrows. He loses a blanket the earth completely. Only the nimblest of quarry can hope to dodge the failing barbs. Let's see what this one says. If his overwhelming prowess cannot be bested in head-to-head combat, better to stay back and bide your time. So great is his fickle indolence, he is soon to lose interest in even combat. Before long, the band of bandits he led grew into a formidable force. As his henchmen force grew, so too did the man's indolence. With a single order, he could have things brought to him, even something within his grasp. If he had an inch, he had somebody scratch it for him. By then, even leaving his room had become a rare occurrence. One day, one of his henchmen returned with an entire wagon that he had plundered. That is when it dawned on the man. With a little remodeling, the wagon could become his very own roving home, allowing him to travel far and wide without moving an inch. So it was that the man began living in a wagon. One after another, his henchmen came to visit him in the wagon. They fawned over the man with praise and adulation, all in an attempt to earn his favor. However, such efforts only darkened his mood, and soon he began to loathe the very act of conversing with others. His henchmen's word became nothing but noise in his ears. His solution was simple. He permanently silenced each and every member of his band. This too was executed with the greatest of ease. A few days later, he realized, can I need some more? I've been reading. Okay, that's better. A few days later, he realized he was dying from lack of food and water, as he had been too lazy to partake in either of these basic necessities. How troublesome this human body of mine! I am dying for want of such simple things. He silently thought to himself. His wagon lay strewn with excrements. With his dim vision, he saw a white chalice floating in the air. It was then the man heard a strange voice in his head. An offering shall be rewarded with a wish befitting sacrifice. Though he found the very idea of making such an effort bothersome, he gave it some thought. I don't need this troublesome human body of mine. Give me a body that will make life much easier. Before he knew it, he had the body for which he had wished. The man, the wagon, and its horse had become as one. The horse body would take care of movement and excrements. When he wanted to sleep, he would retire inside the wagon. For him, that was an ideal form. He was delighted with the outcome for a time, but the man's desire to do nothing knew no bounds. Gradually, his old lust for indolence returned with a vengeance. It was also troublesome again. What was it that bothered him so much? What was he tiring of? Even blinking, breathing itself became too much to bear. It was then he realized that life itself had become a bother. He grabbed hold of an arrow and lay by his side. Only death would bring sweet release, for it was too much trouble to go on living. With the final thought, he thrust the arrow into his heart over and over again. How strange, thought the man, that his mutilated heart was dead and lifeless, yet he still lived on. Gazing upon his blood-soaked body, it finally dawned on him. The horse heart was still beating and could still pump his life's blood throughout the body. Try as it might, he could not stab it, for the horse body would move on its own, evading each and every blow. The man finally gave up the effort. Heaving a sigh, he muttered, "This world is more troublesome than it's worth, and yet I cannot leave it when I wish." This world is more troublesome than it's worth, and yet I cannot leave it when I wish. Wow. That's a sad ending. Not quite sad. This guy's a... Okay, so what's his weakness? Let me see. Have I got anything new to use? I love my brother. It's your funeral. I long to answer. How can anyone like that thieving fraud? What kind of past do these two have? For you want to take my brother for yourself, don't you? You good. Never was a thought further my mind. What, as they say, would be in it for me.
I would gladly die for my brother.
Wait, what? It did activate. What's going on here? Hey, give me that. Wait a minute. Am I using... I brought the wrong thing for you, buddy. This guy's a coward. I'm too slow with this on.
Don't worry about me.
Girl, shut up, man. Wow, hey! I'll take it. You're not getting this. Bro, this guy runs too much, man. I hate this guy. get out the way!
Oh, so fright. Don't let your guard down.
Bro, I hate you guys, bro.
Wait. Let me.
Let me help? No, you ain't helping me.
It would be easy to live in a carriage.
Bro, you see? Okay, so the voice you hear it is actually the monster speaking. Bro, this game is quite beautiful, man. Oh crap! Dodge that! Bro, why does this guy run so much? What is he doing now? Move your backside, man. Girl, get out the way. I'm fighting you.
Yes, keep an eye out for those little things.
Yeah, he's training us.
Don't worry about me. It's nearly time to collapse this. Just a scratch.
I'm gonna get this guy. He's annoying. Fight me like I'm bad, you coward. Move the oxides. That's it. Dude, stop running! Jesus. God. Coward?
You'll regret it. You'll regret it if you kill me. You'll regret it. You'll regret it if you kill me.
Actually, I'm more good.
Odie, add in the cost of me helping you, I'd say you've got 10 times the debt. Maybe I should make you my own slave now. Cheer up. You'd like that, wouldn't you?
I don't know, it sounds like you're flirting.
Now, don't hold this against me, but I want you to stay away from Carnatux. There's something very wrong about the colour of your soul.
I should do one more.
You know, I think Vidiara likes you. She's offered to help you again today.
Oh, is that where you were? I didn't notice. Actually, my eye doesn't seem to be itself lately. I know. Why don't you be my eye today? Do as you're told, and I might even reconsider your staggering debts. Well, I'll think about it anyway.
Pegasus. Pegasus. What is your weakness? There was once a farm that harbored a terrible secret. Countless sets of waxen wings could be seen strewn all over. The master of the farm was said to possess mysterious powers. These wings, the result of sinister experiments. Apparently, none but he could manipulate the waxen wings, but one day he simply vanished. The result of this was that the farm lay abandoned. Some ventured there hoping to steal the wings, but no sooner did they touch them than the wax seared the flesh from their bones. One day, a bedraggled and desperate man made his way to the farm. Despite his appearance, he had once been a mighty king's most trusted courtier. I was trying to say that right. But at the same time, he had burned with his very own fierce ambition. He plotted and schemed, dreaming of deposing the king and taking his place. When the king's son and her heir died in a tragic accident, the ruler was inconsolable. His master distracted the courtier. Seized his chance and yet had set his plans in motion. One of his schemes involved the abandoned farm. Since all who dwelt nearby were terrified of this sinister farm, courtier thought that by dealing with it once for all, it could win the people's heart. This one tragic mistake was to bring about all the misfortune that followed. The kingdom's troops rallied to the courtier's cry, but none who marched on the farm returned alive. The dark power of that enchanted wax had doubtless proved too much. Yet terrified of appearing weak, the courtier persisted in his plan. The tally of victims grew grimmer, and the recorders was held. Responsible for the tragedy, coming under close scrutiny, his treacherous schemes unraveled. He knew this would mean death, and so he fled before he could be captured. The courtier traveled to the corners of the land, desperate to evade his pursuers. Finally, with the irony not lost on him, he was left with one last palace to turn, the abandoned farm. He knew better than anyone the danger posed by the enchanted wax, and the wings formed from it. But as soon as he laid eyes on the wings, his fear was all forgotten. He decided to only make them his own. With the power of flight, he would no longer have to fear those who hunted him. Yet he knew he was apt to lose his life the instant he touched them. As he pondered the path he should take, his pursuers drew closer. Knowing he was trapped, he steeled himself to take the wings. The king's forces combed the farm, certain their quarry was close. Then, just as the courtier reached his hands towards the pale wings, he let out a small cry. A sharp pain shot from the nape of his neck. It looked like he'd been bitten by an insect. Though the pain had been slight, his howl was enough to alert his pursuers to his presence. As he reached again for the wings, he felt the heavy blow strike him between the shoulder blades. As his consciousness grew dim, the courtier saw a strange glow. A child's floated in the mid-air, emitting a white light. It spoke to him. Irresistibly drawn to that voice, he obeyed to its every word. The wings melted, the wax ran over the body of the courtier as he lay prone. His wish had been granted, and he took flight. His pursuer gazed upon agog. It was only then that he became aware of this transfiguration. He gazed down at his form and saw that he was no longer that of a human. A thick pale substance oozed over his flesh, and he had sprouted enormous wings. When he finally saw his own face, he wondered if its insectoid shape had come from the fly that had bitten him before. Whatever he now was, it was neither man nor beast. With this pale fluid dripping from it, it looked like as though fashioned from wax, no longer a creature of flesh and blood, but reborn as Luritalo. The king tried again to vanquish the foul creature, but to no avail. Some traces of the courtier still remain post-transformation. The desire to dispose the king and take his place burns still now within the creature's breast. Believe in itself the ruler of all, it surveys this monstrosity, looks down on the world with haughty contempt. To this day it soars through the kingdom skies, ever hunting. I stretched out helping hand as she tottered. What do you want in return? I only lent a hand. I'm not looking for a reward.
I would gladly die for my brother.
Girl, need your help over here.
Don't let your guard down.
Apparently, you can use the morph magic to counter him.
Well, what will you do now?
I don't want to die. There's still so much fun to be had. I don't want to die. There's still so much fun to be had.
Well, what will you do now?
I don't want to die.
What?
There's still so much fun.
Did he just ate that?
Well, what will you do?
I don't want to die. There's still so much fun to be had.
My offering.
I don't want to die. There's still so much fun to be had.
What will we do now?
Oh, I don't want to die. There's still so much fun to be had.
Sorry, buddy. You have to go.
To die. There's still so much fun to be had.
Don't you worry about me. I'm not completely blind. Though my physical sight might fail me, my mind's eye is special. And the most important things you can't usually see. I am very grateful for your concern. Thank you.
Okay, so we've come to the end of another live stream. I want to thank everybody for watching live stream and everything. And you know, I have a surprise. I think just stay tuned and you'll see what I'm talking about. This is Bleeding Apathy. I'm out. Later.